Hey there, so I'm going to give you the number one behavioral pitfall to avoid so you can avert and protect yourself from financial and economic loss for yourself, company, and indeed the entire global economy. Before I tell you what that is, I want to give you a little story. I had a bill to pay recently. It's an investment bill. I signed up to a number of years ago. It's a monthly, annual amount that I have to pay on a certain date. And the date was coming up. And I was like, do I really want to pay it now? Can't I just, wait and push it off a few months? But I bit the bullet and I paid the bill. And in that process, I realized there was another chunk of money that had accumulated as a result of meeting those obligations over the years that I've been involved in this program. And what I learned from that is that, and this is the number one behavioral pitfall to avoid, is that when we start making it more about ourselves and what we need and want versus giving and serving and meeting our obligations that we've agreed to, then we start to create the cracks for economic and financial loss and collapse. And as leaders, we need to be very, very aware of this because the leader sets the tone. And if we're starting to make it more about ourselves, then it indicates that we actually don't trust ourselves. We don't trust that the market and life is going to support us, and that we actually can't be trusted because we make it so much about our own selves and what we need and want. And we find that when we're getting overly hyped or emotional about something, that's an indicator that you're making it too much, or we're making it too much about ourselves. And that when we start to question or not want to meet the obligations that we have agreed to, then that's another indicator that we're making it too much about ourselves and our own wants and needs. Because when we think about it, the entire global economy works on meeting consistently, whatever it is, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever we've agreed to, meeting those obligations. And the more we do, there's a circular flow that goes on. So the more that we can be in that mold and that habit of continue to give and serve, and trust that through that process, we're also going to be given to and served to also, then we don't need to come from this lack of focusing and making it too much about ourselves and our own wants and needs. So keep that in mind so that we can all avert economic and financial loss and stay protected during these tricky times.